Someone commented this on my last video and I took it personally. So now I'm going to show you how to path correctly on every single map in the game. You can't always path the same way and get the same result every time. The optimal pathing is always changing, and because of this, we need to understand why pathing in one way is superior to another. After we understand this, we can apply it to every map in the game in order to determine the best pathing possible. Circumstance can change things a bit, so make sure to stay adaptable and use this information provided in this video as a guide for future uncertainty. I'm Zapper, your favorite Immortal 3 yapper. Enjoy the video.
One enemy remaining.
That's one like short.
Spike down.
On Abyss B site, you path like this. So you want to start by coming down lower. This way you can help push out with your team. You don't get stuck in heaven. You come over here, you want to clear these angles. Be careful for the guy pushing you. Clear these angles, clear these angles. You want to push up on the right wall right here. That way they have to peek wide on you. This guy is pretty easy to kill, and they have to peek wide here and heaven to kill you. So all your team that's coming out can help support you. And then right here, you either get this fight. If they don't fight you, you really don't have to push up. You can just hold the smoke for your bomb plant. But if your team's fighting backside, you can come over here, maybe take this space, maybe position yourself right here. It's going to control all of site for your team, so they can get bomb down, play post, they can play off of you, they can do really whatever they want. Another way to path out B site is to come out this way. You want to clear these angles. You have protection from here. This guy, it's hard for them to peek you, it's just dangerous, and then heaven's usually smoked off, so they're going to have to peek out wide to kill you. And then you want to come this way to help clear your back site. You want to be worried about this guy more than heaven. And then you'll come back here, clear these angles, push up on these guys, just like this. This is my favorite pathing. This one's probably a little bit better. You get control of backside for your team, so they can plant and play off. And then after you have post plant, you can play around here. This wall is really good to play around. You can peek these guys, you can fight heaven, you can come around here. You can do a lot of different options. On A site, you got a path like this. So if your first entry, you want to be close wall, second entry, back wall, you want to peek at the same time. I usually like going out first, so I'll come over here, clear these angles. You want to come on this wall, clear this angle right here. Wait for your team's utility to go out, obviously. I can make a video on that in the future if you guys need that too. But this is pathing, so we're going to come out like this. I like going this way, but going this way is good too. I'll go over both scenarios. So if you're going this way, you want to clear these close angles first. You have protection from this angle and heaven while you're doing this. And these guys have to go wide to see you, so your team should be able to kill them. And then you want to clear this angle, clear heaven, clear the close. And then now you have all of this control. You can either go straight, or you can jump up here to help your team fight back sight. Usually going up top is pretty good. It's hard for them to expect you, as long as this is smoked off. If the smoke fades, you should not be pushing upper. Some players like to play over here. Some players like to push up, play over here. It just depends on how you like to play the game. But once you have sight, you want to get bomb down and play post plant. So after that, it's up to you. Get creative with it. But best pathing, clear this. Another good one is come over here. They can't peek you over here. Heaven should be smoked off. And if you hug this back wall, you don't have to worry about these guys because they can't see you yet. So you can fight them over here. Once you get a pick, now you can clear this. Push up over here. This is sometimes smoked, not always. And then you can potentially fight this, get over to this angle, and it's pretty strong for post. Here's how to path on Ascent B site. Come in right here, clear these angles right here, flash out over here. This is going to be smoked off, this will be smoked off. You're going to be smoked off. You want to fight this lane guy, then you want to get over here as quick as possible. You got protection from here, and they can't see you back sight. And you already cleared this guy out. So now you're here, you're in a safe spot. You can either come back this way, help your team close the door if they haven't already, or you can come this way, clear your sight, push out, clear your back sight, and now you can get bomb down. You should plant over here. Alternatively, you can clear these angles. You want to come out here, you can path this way over here, clear these angles. You can walk right here. The stair guy will peek you and you can usually get a free kill. If he doesn't peek you, you can help fight backside like this. You can push spawn if they're not ready for you. Or what I like to do, it doesn't really matter if this is closed or not, it will be smoked off. You can come up here and you can play this angle, which will just help control all of the space for your team to come out and take sight. On A site, you should path like this. You should clear these angles right here, come on up. Clear these angles if you're not smoked off yet, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter. But you're going to flash out and you want to come this way. Close the door as fast as you can. Once you're safe right here, smoked off, whatever, you want to come help clear sight with your team. Just like this. And then you can clear hell. If it's already clear, doesn't matter. Then you can either jump up here. You can jump up off of your team's contact. Or just wait, jump up late. Or if you have a timing, you can jump up early and push up heaven. But, you know, don't kill yourself doing this. It can be strong if you have a good timing. Another way to path out sight is come to the right. Clear these angles. You can pinch this guy at dice. You can fight the heaven guys. This is a really strong angle once you're trying to control the site for plant. The reasoning, when you're going this way, they have to peek out wide from this angle to see you. This is going to be smoked off, so they also have to peek out wide from here. This angle is easy to clear. You have to peek wide dice. The only thing you're exposed to here when you're running this way is either this gen guy or this dice guy or a hell guy. So you have 3 angles to worry about instead of when you're in the open here, you have to worry about everything. When you're going right, this is still smoked off, so they still have to peek out to see you. You're fighting this guy, but all these other angles you're protected from. You're protected from gen. You're protected from dice. Worried about this guy, but usually have someone over here to clear them. And so you really only have to worry about heaven here. It really just depends on how many people are going this way on your team, how many people are going this way. Going this way is not good because you're exposed to everything, unless you're jet and you have a smoke, so you can throw off crosshair placement. On bind, you have a lot of different options. If you're going showers, I like to run on this wall right here because they cannot hear you peeking. So you can wide swing as fast as you want and take this fight right away. After you take that fight, you can push up. Your team should be coming with you. And then you want to fight this, come in showers, clear the angles. I don't think they can be over here actually if you peek it fast. But you want to clear this, come out this way. Over here, clear all your angles. It's probably going to be smoked off, so you're going to want to flash out here. Clear close left from back here so they can't peek you over here. This is smoked, you don't have to worry about it. So you can clear this safely, and then you want to come back around here, help your team fight this way, maybe go on bench, fight CT once the smokes go down. Or you can hold backside. On short, you can start from the right side or the left side, it doesn't really matter. But you want to come up like this, watch for this peek right here, it's super common. And you want to clear left like this, come back around here. Clear these angles safely. You want to hug this wall so the U-Haul guy can't peek you. And then you want to come clear this, take this fight safely. You want to be careful of this right here so you don't want to go too wide. And then once you know this is safe, maybe utility, maybe there's flash out, whatever. Now you can fight this guy and U-Haul. You can either take U-Haul if you don't think they have a shotgun or you think they fell back. I usually like to play here for post plant. Or if they're in U-Haul, you can either see if they push you, hold this space. You just want to make sure that they don't come out U-Haul to fight your guys planting because your whole team will get fucked over. But if you want to take another path outside, if you want to help control this space, you want to go to the left out here. This way, these guys can't peek you. You're still exposed to this. So you have to be careful for that. This is going to be smoked off temporarily. So as you're coming out, you want to watch for this peek. Maybe you're looking here for this peek. Clear this angle maybe. And then you can either come around and fight over here with your team. Maybe pinch showers. Maybe take this space however you want. Or sometimes if you don't have enough control, you can just play from here and make sure your team doesn't get ran out on right here. If you got a lot of picks, sometimes you can push through here, fight them back sight, maybe push into spawn. You can play it by ear. When you're going B, you can run up on the outside to get the wide angle, or you can run up close so it's harder for them to peek you. Either one's fine. You want to clear the angles. Usually you need some utility for hookah because they could have shotguns or play off angles. You want to watch for this fight. You want to clear all your angles. When you're coming out, you want to use your utility. You can either pinch long if they're fighting long, or you can come out here, help clear back sight like this. Maybe play this angle for the run out, or push spawn if you're feeling really crazy. Usually this throws rounds though, don't do that. Or when you come out hookah, you can come help fight back sight like this. It's a little bit safer, you're exposed to less angles, and you can clear it a little bit more safely. Less risk, and you can play here for the post plant. Or a lot of people like to go up here and fight backside like this to get the upper ground. If you're going long, it's a little bit simpler. You want to fight the angles, of course. You can go back wall, we don't make noise, just like the other site on showers. And then once you're up here, you want to clear the angles, obviously. Use your utility, push up. Hugging this wall is good because that means they have to peek wider to see you. And then you want to clear your angles, clear your angles, clear your angles. This is going to be smoked. You're going to flash out of it. If you're not worried about this, maybe drone came out, that's optimal because now you can peek out like this. All the angles you're worried about are on this side. But if you're hugging this wall, you eliminate these angles very quickly. They have to peek you wide here. You usually have your team hookah, so you don't have to worry about that. So you can clear that real quick, and now you're coming out sight. You can help your team clear the ratty angles, help pinch the pesky little players who are hiding back sight. Sometimes if you have a lot of control or you want to pressure elbow, you can come through here and you can either fight CT or wait for him to come up and get a timing on them. Alright, you're probably noticing a pattern by now, but I still want to give you all the optimal pathing on all the maps. So I'm just going to keep the exclamations to a minimum, and I'll show you exactly what I do every round. So you're going to start by coming up like this. You're going to take this space, clear your angles, push up, flash out the smoke, make sure they're not close right on you, come clear this back sight. You're minimizing all the angles you're exposed to. Voila, no one can peek me. Now I can safely clear back sight, push up, maybe flash these guys, I don't know. But once your team has sight, you get the bomb down and you play post plant. Simple as that. This map's cool. You can jump up here and contest like this if you want to. Your team needs help. Or you can go to the right so that nobody on sight can peek you, and you can wrap around and get a crossfire on this guy without being worried about these angles right here. If your wall's up, you can even wrap on him, put even more pressure down. On A site, super simple. You want to go to the left right here so they can't peek out. If you're on this side, they could literally jiggle peek you, kill you, isolate the gunfight, get out. Can't do anything. So you want to go on the left, clear this angle, flash out, clear the angles, whatever. It's going to be walled off. And then you want to make sure no one's close. You want to run over here backside as quick as you can, force them to run out the wall, clear that angle. And now from here, you can either fight backside when they're coming out, or you can play bomb time. As long as you're helping your team get the bomb down in the first place, maybe play this angle, make sure they don't run out. Pathing on A site, you want to come up like this. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure they're not fighting here. If they could have crossed, you want to clear that. Clear these angles, pushing up. Don't have to worry about this unless someone's fighting that. Come up here, clear your angles. It's going to be smoked. You want to flash out sight. Clear that angle, and then you want to come clear sight just like this. It's going to be smoked off. And you got util flying out. You shouldn't have to worry about this angle too much. But if you're more worried about these angles than you are about sight, then you want to come out this way instead and contest like this. And then maybe you can come over here. Hopefully you have drop players too. Makes the whole thing less scary because they'll help contest the off angles. You can also come through door. It's good to go wide here so it's harder for the heaven guys to peek you. And you can peek these angles pretty easily. Hopefully you have drop players, but you can fight that as well. Clear this angle pretty safely. You can come around just like this, still avoiding being peeked by them. You can push spawn, do whatever. I haven't played this map in a while, but you get the idea. When we're coming B site, we can either go wide over here, so we can push up like this, or we can go on this side to make it harder for them to peek us. Maybe jump over this, come around, do whatever. Contest these angles, push up. You're gonna have smokes here. Usually want to hug this back wall, make it hardest for them to peek you while you're clearing these angles. And then you can come up like this. Maybe take heaven. Whatever you want to do. Heaven is kind of like U-Haul, so you might not want to take it. So you could just come back here, maybe hold them like this. It's up to you. Sometimes feeling crazy, you can push up here. Take these fights, maybe get over here. Coming from the other side, they might try to fight you right here. Clear these angles. Push up. You can fight like this if you want. If this is smoked off, and you can come up pretty safely. Then you can either scale or go in heaven. This angle is pretty good right here. Or if you're worried about the heaven peak, it's not smoked off, you can come this way to make it harder for them to peek you. And then clear space like this. Come out like this. They have to go wide to see you, so you can come up here. Hopefully it's smoked off, then you can contest site like this really quick. You know, easy as pie. Alright, Haven has way too many pathings, but on A site, if you're taking long, you want to flash out here, go wide over here. You want to clear all this space, take all this space, come up here, clear right side, push up, flash out again, clear these angles, push up site, help pinch back site, maybe push spawn if you're feeling crazy, but just control the space so your team can get bombed down. You can also go this way Maybe you're fighting this guy with the cover right here. Maybe you're coming over here, pinching like this. It's up to you. Maybe you get in this corner. This is a good corner to hold. If we're going short, you can fight these guys like this, or you can hug this wall and peek out like this. Clear your angles, come up. Hopefully your drone helps you out. You want to come up, clear this angle while you're safe. And then you want to come back around here. Work your way out. You can come back here to give yourself more cover if you want. And then you can come fight like this. Clear the space like this. Or instead, you can come out like this. Maybe you're flashing out a smoke, clearing like this, and coming around back like here. Same spot. Boom. It's OP. Going B site, you can flash out the window. Fight them however you want to do it. You take the space. You can either go right side, use this wall for your cover, and then you can come out, take the space. You'll probably have utility to help you. This is going to be smoked off. Clear these angles, fight back site. Maybe you play back here, maybe you push the smoke. Alternatively, you can come out this way. You want to fight this angle. Use this wall as your cover for that side. Push up, do the same exact thing. Clear your angles. You can come up on this side. Fight back sight, smoked off. There you go. I like playing this angle sometimes too. Of course, depending on who you're playing, sometimes after post plant you want to come back, play post. You can play here, window, over here. Applies for any map. You just want to find the good spots where you can easily shoot the bomb with cover, get back, maybe throw some utility, however you want to do it. Sometimes you want to play close if they have smokes, so you can peek out and see them. For C long, you're going to want to cup up like this. Clear your angles, push up. You can hug this side, make it hard for them to peek you. If you're worried about that side, you can come up like this. Just depends on which side you're worried about. You can clear your angles, flash out, clear sight. Sometimes I like to hug this back wall while clearing this to minimize the angles I'm exposed to. And then once I'm doing good here, you can clear over here, come around. Maybe you flash out a smoke right here. It's up to you. This is a really strong angle for post. When you're coming out this smoke, you can also path the other way. Clear these angles. You want to be looking where the threat is most likely. Obviously, there's no one in my game, so I'm just like throwing out random common angles. You can come up here. If you have a garage split, you can go through garage as well. I like pathing like this. Maybe you come take this fight. Come up here. Sometimes you have to worry about that. Fight these angles. And then if you come over here, it's harder for them to peek you. So you want to come over here before peeking out. Or alternatively, you can come over this way if it's smoked off to go for this fight. And maybe you'll push up here. And then as you're coming out garage, you want to fight the angles. Push out. Usually you want to come this way to pinch back sight. You can cross this way if you want, but this is a little bit more work. Your long player should probably be doing that. On IceBox, there's a lot of different pathings. Here's my favorite one. You want to start by coming up here. Jump down here. Maybe worry about this angle, this angle, this angle. You can come right up. Clear this space right here. Clear your angles. It's usually smoked off right here. Peek through the smoke. Clear back sight. Just like this. This angle is really strong. You can also fight this angle. Sometimes it's good to push up here, play in this spot. Maybe if you're down in numbers, you'll come up here and fight spawn. Another thing you can do, you can come up these ramps, flash out here, fight over here. This is a little bit more risky because you're exposed to so many angles, but if they're often not fighting it or you have good utility, you can definitely come up here. Come down, flash out. Another way to path right here instead of going right side is you can come left. Maybe wait for contact, you fight the gen guy. Maybe you push through the smoke to help fight back sight. If this is smoked off, you can come over here. If it's not smoked off, maybe you hug this wall to try to fight this guy right here before falling back. Maybe you come over here, jump up like this. There's a lot of different options. You can jump over here if no one's here. Maybe fight over here. Flash out spawn. Come back in. Maybe you'll come up top rafter if you have time. A lot of different options. But if you want to go from lower, you want to be careful of this fight right here. There's a lot of times people op, so you can jump around this corner just like this. Come up here, worry about that guy. Same thing. Come through just like this. Instead, sometimes I like to go wide like this. I'll clear these angles as usual. Maybe I'll clear a top sight. Then I'll jump up here. And now you can clear everything from up top. Throws off the enemy a little bit sometimes. Clear your angles, come up. Sometimes you can go up here, wait for the wall, help fight over here. Or you can fight like this, jump up here, fight over the wall. Fight back sight. You can hold the rafter peak. You can come further up. Clear your angles. Maybe you fall back after bombs down. Play post plant. A lot of different options. Middle's a little crazy. Not going to get into it. I'm skipping it on some maps, I know. But it's just, there's so much variability. I don't want to give you guys optimal pathing when it kind of depends on where the enemy's been playing, what util they're using, etc. But just keep in mind the same variables. What angles are you trying to isolate yourself from? And what angles are you trying to fight for? When we're going B site, you can either come this way, start with this angle, clear this angle, hug this wall so they can't peek you. You want to push up, clear your angles, push up like this, maybe flash out, come up here, keep hugging that wall, and you can push out here. You can get up here pretty safely. And now you can control all of this space very safely. You can even fight for back here if you want. It's up to you what angles you want to fight here. You can either hug this wall, avoid that, and go like this. You can hide from that, fight this. Maybe you want to peek up here, go around. It's up to you. Or once bombs back down, you can fight this, try to get out with your team. It's up to you. Alternatively, you can start by coming this way. Worry about your angles as you do. Push up, scaling the opposite side. Clear your yellow. Hug this wall so they can't peek you. And now you can clear your angles once again. Coming up here to get positioning on them. Once bombs down, you should probably fall back because it's pretty easy to clear out that spot. Sorry, you can come back, play from yellow. Same thing. Alright, we got another 3-side map, so there's going to be lots of different pathings. Starting off on C site, you can either peek this back wall for that first angle, or you can fight this first angle right here. You want to push up. What you clear depends on where the enemy could be. And then you want to fight from close, so your team can fight you and trade you from behind. And then you can either come here to clear right side safely, or you can come this way to avoid right side, start fighting here, or you can just run out the middle. You want to get here, it's safe, and then you want to come around, fight back sight when you can, take this space. Sometimes it's good to stop right here so your team can get bombed down, and you can fall back, or you can fight. It's up to you, but you risk fighting this if you go too far. But you can isolate that, you can run spawn. It's really up to you to play it by ear, depending on how the enemy's playing, and you want to try to counter what they're doing by isolating the correct angles. So you can also come up here, maybe you clear this angle, and then you fight this way. If you're hugging this wall, it makes it harder for them to peek you. Come up like this. Maybe you want to clear this, and then fight over here, water. It's really up to you how you want to do it. On B site, I usually like to walk up here on this side. Clear your angles, come on up. This is usually smoked off, but then you want to flash out, and you want to come this way to isolate your angles. Come up, maybe jump on the box, maybe you push through and fight. You can go this way, depending on the situation. It's better if this is smoked to here as opposed to over there. But if you want to fight this, for example, maybe your team's pinching from there and you know that the only things you're worried about are here and here. Maybe you want to come up here. Hold this angle is pretty good. If you have timing, you can push through, hold any of these angles. If you're crazy, you can fight this. On A site, do whatever you do. Usually they're fighting for this, so you can wait out utility. Or not, it's up to you. You can hug the back wall to fight these angles, isolate them. Then you want to cross, come around here, help your team fight over here. Clear all the angles, push up here, all hugging this back wall. And you want to come out, make sure that's clear. Come out sight. Maybe you want to come this way to pinch back sight. It's up to you. You can clear lower. You can also come this way. Maybe use this as cover. Help clear this. Maybe you go to tree to B. It's up to you. You can do different pathing. You can, maybe you're coming back this wall because you want to fight for stairs. Peek and spawn, get some pressure. Maybe you want to come over here, fight for backside like this. Push up. I don't know. It's up to you. And then you can also open door. You can go from that side or this side. I like going this side. Clear your angles. Flash out this smoke. You can either run backside like this, fighting them here, or you can cross to safety and then fight backside from the other side. Same thing. If you have timing, you can push up heaven. Maybe don't do it fast so they don't hear you on the rope. Alright, so I haven't played this map in ages, so if anything's wrong, please correct me. But right here you can run up pretty quick because they have to push up hella far to get here. You want to clear these angles. You want to play close to this wall so you can clear these, forcing them to peek out wide. Only thing you're worried about is this. Clear your angles, push up. Once you're here, you can flash out sight. Maybe now we're coming back here to fight these. And now we're isolating these fights. Hopefully you got smoke somewhere. Once you're elbow, you can control this space and it's really powerful. It's just like U-Haul. Sometimes you can come over here, fight these angles depending on what's smoked off and how the enemy's playing. Alternatively, you could go for different fights. Maybe you're trying to fight over here. You can come up on top, take these fights, come around here. Now you're safe from this angle and you can test these angles. Once you're here, you clear that, push right on up. You're safe from back here. You can fight up top. You can fight over here. Hopefully that's smoked. And then same pathing like this. Or we can alternatively come to sight. Maybe we're clearing sight angles, pinching the guy's elbow with this smoked. Or you can actually fight that without even seeing him. And then you can come around here, clear these angles. Maybe you're fighting up here. Or you're controlling space while bomb gets planted and you're falling back for post plant. For going to A site, we want to clear it like this. They might fight for this. But I like hugging the back wall, clearing all these angles. Then you can come up here, clear some more angles, push up. Usually smokes are down, but you want to clear your angles, come up, flash out, come out sight. You can either hug this wall to isolate your fights, push up like this. Maybe you fight here, maybe you play ratty, maybe you come back around here to help clear this side. It's up to you. I usually find myself going this way out to isolate these fights instead with this smoked off. And then you can come around here, watch for this guy right here, push up, control this space back here is pretty strong. Maybe if you have timing, you come up, go for shots, fall back, do whatever you want. Just stay alive, get the bomb down, play post plant, do your best to guarantee the round for your team. You can also push straight out, go here, but this isn't as strong. It's better to leave that for the planter so they can plant this and fall back. I'm sure there's a better plant, but that's where everybody used to plant. Obviously, pathing changes a bit when you're mid on this map. Contestant, whatever, you can usually run it down right here. Fight this space. Flash out, come up. Maybe you come on back wall to fight this guy right here. It's up to you. Pinch sight just like this. Same thing for B site. This is going to be pathing for split. So if we're going to start on B site, you can sometimes just hold this angle at the start. You can come over here maybe, peek out like this. Or you can come close wall if you're the entry. They're back here to double peek with you. Clear your space, come on up, hug this wall so they can't peek you. Clear your angles. Come on out, flash out the smoke. Maybe you isolate this fight to clear it. Pop out over here. You can path this way to wrap sight. Fight these guys. Maybe you come up here, play post plant from here. Or you can come over this way. You can fight heaven off the bat. Hopefully this is already cleared back here. Fighting heaven, clearing this space. Now from here, you can either come back here if you're worried about a backside guy, but usually you're going to want to come this way and fight just like this. Clear your space. This is a tough angle because it's a 50-50, but you can kind of clear this safely. You should probably clear this one first and then fight this guy. And then from here, you can either come back site, play post, or you can come over here, help clear around here. Or you can come around like this. Heaven's still smoked off. Maybe you're fighting CT. Get one, come back. Post plant from here or here. Sometimes you can tuck in this angle, they won't clear you. Playing this pillar is pretty good as well. You can fight this side or this side. So yeah, B's pretty simple. When you're going mid, you want to come up, flash out, push this way, clear your angles. Just like this. Maybe you're clearing hell. Come around here, hold the site. Or sometimes people come in this back corner to fight this guy, or jump up here, or just come push like this. Contest the stairs, it's up to you. You can also come from sewer side, take your fights. Usually don't have to clear that angle, but you can come up here, fight these guys. Maybe you're coming in vents this time. It's really up to you. But let's go to A site. So when you come in A site, gonna clear your angles. You can either come this way, can wrap around site like this. You can push CT if your team already has site control, you got a timing. Or maybe you want to fight site. Do clear these angles, Heaven smoked off. You want to hug the back wall. Clear all the angles one by one. Maybe after that you push up over here. Maybe you play post over here. Maybe you fight elbow. Maybe you contest Heaven like this. Maybe you push spawn again. On A site you can also contest Heaven. So after you do all this, you want to clear this angle. Clear your angles. Maybe you come on this back wall to fight over here. Come up here. Take the space safely. Maybe you push over here. Vent. Come up here, jump on this box. Maybe you're fighting like this. Maybe you're hugging this wall, taking the space like this. Whole point is there's tons of different options, and you can switch it up mid-round to confuse your enemy, but also to get an advantage depending on how the enemy is already currently playing. Alright, last map, we're almost there. This one's going to be Sunset. We're going to start on B site. So you're going to come up over here, run it down, come close wall, clear your angles. Hopefully CypherCam was clearing this, but if not, you want to clear that too. You want to come up here, come up. You usually can't get out of here because there's a shit ton of util, but if you can, you want to flash out. You want to hug this back wall. You want to clear your angles. I mean, you can fight that if you want. Basically, look where's most dangerous. And then you want to come here, hold this space while your team's coming out. Once your team's ready to contest back site, or if you're just playing post, you can plant, get back. But usually you want to contest back site. You can come over here, hug this wall, clear your angles, fight this. Maybe you wrap to fight them like that. Maybe you hold this wall. Timing, push spawn like always. But you can also go the other way while coming out. You want to hug this wall instead. Basically, you're usually hugging the wall to isolate your fights. If you have a timing, you can take site even faster by just running it straight down. The risk is you're an easy target if you do that. So if we're going to come this wall, we're going to go like this. Clear the angles. You can either jump up here to wrap, fight these guys. Maybe you want to play crossfire over here. Maybe you could even come over here like this, contest this space. Whole point is to control the space while you're getting the bomb down so you can give your team an advantage. You can contest the different areas. It's up to you depending on where the enemy's pressuring. It's often good to take space where the enemy is not taking space. Gonna go mid real quick. This one's gonna be brief. There are multiple pathings, but I'm only gonna give you one. So you can come through here like this. You can hug this back wall. Take these fights over here. Break the door. Come through. Maybe flash. Clear the angles. Fight these guys. Come out sight. Usually I like to go this way through the here. After the door is broken, I like to fight this instead. I just think it's a little bit easier to do it this way. And come out like this. Then I usually jump up here or go around like before. Usually going up top mid doesn't work. Sometimes it does, but usually you'll just not even do that in a game. And then when you're going A site, clear this, maybe shoot the gecko flash. I usually like to go this wall if I'm fighting these guys. If I want to fight the other guys, I'll go this wall. It's the same thing, but then you'll peek these ankles, come up elbow, hug the wall, just like this. Usually this will be smoked off. I like to come on this side to peek out, because this is usually smoked, and then you can path over like this to take sight. Or if you're crazy, you can go this way. Maybe you'll fight spawn like this. Usually it's better to not go too aggressive once you already have control of the site, unless you're down in numbers or you have a timing. And then for posts, I'll come back, probably fight this angle. But another way you can come out elbow, like this, to clear your back sight. And then from here, you can contest this or over here. This spot's pretty good too. You can go this way as well. Usually it's one way though, so you got to use some utility. You'll fight those angles. You'll wrap around here, blocking yourself off. Hopefully it's smoked off though. Then you can come around here, clear the different angles.